I'm 38 years of age, and I have completely wasted my life. I don't want you to make the same mistake as me. I don't care if you're younger, older, or even the same age. I've wasted a large portion of my life on a lot of bullshit. Especially people. I wasted my time, my life, in shit friendships, around family who were never really family to begin with, on projects that never went anywhere, jobs, studying the wrong things, believing the wrong ideas, and so much more. And sprinkle on top of that the lockdowns, where I wasted my life waiting for something to change. It was a disaster. As I approach 40 very, very soon, I just think to myself, of all the life I wasted. When you're young and you're, hopeful and you're energetic and you're a dreamer, you imagine this big idea of life being so wonderful, so straightforward, so easy. You tick boxes, you settle down, you want to get married, you want to, start a business, you want to earn money. And then no one talks about the life you waste in the pursuit of that. The bad dates, the lack of dates, the shit relationships, the family betrayals and the letdowns, the friendships that come and go and tarnish our mental health in the process, the colleagues, the narcissistic bosses, and so on and so forth. It is just soul destroying. And then you're locked down for years, or you just go through a breakup and you grieve it for ages. Or maybe you just become lethargic and lazy and lose motivation and say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and distract yourself with Netflix or video games and so on, and alcohol, drugs. Yeah, I completely wasted my life on those horrible things. You see, in the business world, we talk about return on investment, ROI. For you to invest your time and energy into something and money, you need to get a return on investment. Otherwise, what are you doing? But where was the ROI for me? Where was the ROI for my education? I went to college, university twice, 2 different ones. It was a waste of time and money for me. I didn't graduate. I dropped out twice. I wasted time there. I worked so many different jobs. I went door-to-door sales. I did telephone sales. I worked in an office. I worked in the legal world. I did everything and anything. Waste of time. I started a business from scratch. It did phenomenally well, and then I lost it. Waste of time. I struggled with relationships for years, and then I finally had a relationship, and for 4 years, almost, it was a waste of time. A waste of life. I've done and tried to do a lot. And I've got bits and stuff to show for, okay, yeah. But not what I ever dreamt I would have as a young boy. As a young boy, especially growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, the world was our oyster. We thought we could do anything back then. We assumed it was straightforward. Not that it would be handed to us in a naive sort of way, but that we could do these things. But when your groceries are more expensive than ever before, when the cost of living is so high, when there's a lack of hopefulness in the world, you realize that you wasted your life in the pursuit of other people's ideals, dreams, and aspirations. So, I could have traveled more. I could have created more happy memories. I could have done way more. I could have been a bit more conventional instead of being unconventional. But I didn't. I wasted so many years playing video games. And I'm not an addictive or avid gamer. But I wasted a lot of time doing it. I've watched so many series, movies, which I assume would bring me joy and happiness. But when you accumulate all the time sat on my arse, watching a screen, whether in a cinema at home, on an iPad or phone, what's the ROI? What's the return on investment from that? How about the socializing, the dinners, the drinks, the traveling, the house parties, the phone conversations? What was the ROI in that? What's the return on investment there? It was time and life wasted. And the arrogance and delusion of someone like myself is we always think there's more time. We always think there's going to be a tomorrow. We always think we can just sort it out somehow and that magically it will fix itself. But it doesn't. And recently I had some very hard news and a really hard time in my personal life. And I sat there and reflected and thought to myself, shit, I have wasted my life. I wasted my life assuming the good in people, that I can change people, that I can save people, that I can please people, and I can fix them. That robbed me of many years of my life. I assumed distraction would somehow nurse my suffering and pain. Whether it was my low self-esteem, whether it was my insecurities, but no, all it did was waste time. The only way I combated those things was to face them head on. I was addicted to gambling for 14 years. The amount of time, energy, money I wasted. Losing. Feeling like a loser. By choice. No one put a gun to my head and said, go be a gambler. I did it by choice. It's sad. But here's the no bullshit truth. When you are told or hear news that is scary and you realize how brief life can be, you can't help but look back at all of the choices, the actions that we make. And for me, this last year alone especially, I've become more truthful to myself, more confident, and have encouraged people like yourselves who watch these videos, who work with me, and so on, to do the same. And 38 years were masked of bullshit, lies, deceit, out-of-date ideas, the mentality of the wrong people, even if it was family, people I once respected, the wrong priorities, disorganization, and more. And now, living a no bullshit life and being a no bullshit person, I try to manage expectations more and seek the very thing that has eluded me for 38 years. Peace. You see, I was seeking happiness through ticking boxes. But that doesn't make you happy. I was seeking happiness with other people. That certainly doesn't make you happy. I was seeking happiness for the external. Never worked. Everything and every choice led me to this epiphany, to unapologetically be myself. And by being myself and owning that, I finally started living. There are people twice my age, people way older than me, who figure this out. And they finally feel understood. And that's the thing. In the 38 years, I tried to find meaning and feel understood. But I looked in the wrong places and for the wrong reasons. When I finally found that, I saw the true beauty in life. And then it wasn't a simple refrainment, but every significant moment, mistake, whatever, led me to that point. I had to have shit relationships to know the truth about people. I had to lose many times so I could appreciate winning. I had to fake it till I make it in terms of figure out who I was, be insecure, be the people pleaser, whatever, so I can become and own who I am. I had to get my heart broken and not understand relationships to finally appreciate genuine love. I had to go through hardship, through losing my dad, through sacrifice, compromise, to recognize how tough we can really be. Not in a way to show off or flex, but to just realize how resilient we are as humans. So yeah, I wasted my life. I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of money. I wasted a lot of energy. But now I protect my peace. And that is my life now. My bubble, my world is my peace. And your peace starts with you. The more you question everything, the more you ask yourself, why are you doing it? And most importantly, the more you stop looking at others and comparing, because this is all external, this is all bullshit. I don't care what others have done. And I don't care if you've not done much. It's about what you can do and how you can feel right here, right now. That's all that matters. That's it. What can you do right now? Well, you can read that book. You can make that phone call that gets you an ROI, a date, an answer, closure. You can book that trip and finally see that place you've been prolonging for ages. You can take that leap of faith. You can do it. Because let me tell you something. And this is a quote from Marcus Aurelius. What are you so afraid of losing when nothing in this world belongs to you? He was right. You have nothing to lose. Time's not yours. Money, not yours. Possession, they aren't yours. Even your closest people aren't yours. So worry less about losing things. You don't actually have them. And then when you do that, you never will. That might sound negative, but it's freeing. You have nothing to lose. Now, if you want to come to more epiphanies like this and more realizations, you need to join my free community, the No Bullshit Society, the only self-improvement community online, which is free, where people have these conversations, feel understood, and level up in the process. So join now. The link's in the description and pinned comment below. It's free. And please, do me a favor. I don't care how old you are, whatever, just don't waste your life. Seek peace. When you're at peace, I think you finally start living. Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck in life or being weighed down by endless struggles? Maybe you're exhausted from being walked all over, or tired of never having boundaries, or not saying no, walking away, or stuck in toxic cycles and situations. Well, imagine breaking free from all of that, feeling powerful and totally in control of your life. When you work with me, there's no BS, no fluff, just real, personal transformation. Now, you've seen my journey on YouTube. about the power of walking away from the wrong people, overcoming addiction, handling grief, empowering myself from being rock bottom. But this isn't about me. This is not my story. This is your story. Imagine having a life on your terms, having a healthier, better relationship, being able to overcome your struggles and actually be at peace and taste happiness, maybe for the first time ever in your life. Now, other coaches fail when it comes to getting real results because they offer you generic advice that is not catered to you. It's a one-size-fits-all program and it's a load of BS. But I'm different. I listen to you. I take notes. I ask the deep questions and personalize and cater to your needs to take you from where you are now to where you truly want to be. And it's a lot easier and simpler than you think. So here's what I want you to do. If you are genuinely serious about change and personal transformation, book a free discovery call right now down below. And also check out the testimonials from real people and real success stories of men and even women who've turned their lives around thanks to me. There are only limited spots available, to take advantage of this now. And it's only for serious people who are serious about change. So let's not delay. Let's not keep you where you are now, stuck in the same cycles, the same routines for another year. Let's work together and break free together and live life finally on your terms.